What's up, guys? It's we're back. Or
Hey,
actually, let me start that over again. I'm going to cut this part out. Three, two, one, and we're up. Welcome back, everybody, to Tuesday rehearsals.
Smooth.
Smooth, yeah, it was like real smooth. As always, I'm John from RockBranded. We got Tony from Cooperstone Badge. Actually, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. What do you guys have to promote this week?
well, I'm Dave from Rabid Gorilla, rabidgorilla.com. That's all I'm promoting.
Tony?
I'm Dave from rabidgorilla.com. That's all I'm promoting.
Don't be fooled by imposters.
Don't do it. So, a couple of quick announcements. We're gonna a couple of quick announcements I wanted to make. I wanted to give a shout out to we just got our 91st member. I'm pretty psyched about it. I can't think of her name right now, but it's.
She's not the 100, so it doesn't matter. It's the 100th.
It doesn't, but the countdown starts now. So once we get to 91, we go to 10. So we're at 10, 9, 8, 7, so on and so forth. But
Every one of you matters, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't listen to Tony.
oh yeah, no, not at all. Don't feel bad about that. This is more of just a milestone for us. And a couple of new things I want to start doing in the group is I want to start doing a jury of people to kind of vote after the fact and see which song they thought was the best. Was it mine? Was it Dave's? Was it Tony's? I want to do that. So each of us is going to pick 3 people, or actually 4 people. I'm sorry, I'm doing my math wrong. Each one of us is going to pick 4 people to assign for the jury, and they have to vote and see whose songs are the best. And then one other thing.
Oh, I get to pick my own jury members?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna load the dice, bro.
Yeah, well, fun, So we pick 4 people to be our jury for that week, and then they choose and they vote and they decide who had the best song.
Dave, you can have Adam. I know you want Adam.
Adam loves it. Dave.
I gotta send Adam a friend request because so far he's not my friend.
Okay, I've known him for 49 years. He's not my friend either.
I've known him for a long time. It's always been questionable with me. I'm always curious. It's like, I don't know if he's like me or not. I really can't tell.
Adam has never let on that he likes anybody ever.
Right. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Adam because
Not at all.
he's already been padding his Wednesday morning 2 minutes like a little bit. He's starting to take up a little bit more time than I'm comfortable with.
Yeah. So we went with instrumentals this week, guys, and I have to say I'm not a big fan of instrumentals. Never have been. I like to be able to sing along with a song, even when I don't know the words, which is almost always.
Well, it's 1 week, Tony. We can do it 1 week.
All right.
But
We never had to do instrumentals again after this.
We had the Beatles last week, and now we did instrumentals. Can we have a Tony week? Something Tony could.
Yeah, next week is Tony week.
Yeah. You want to pick 3 songs for all of us? I'm okay with that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I got to pick songs for all of us?
Yeah. You pick a song for me, you pick a song for Dave.
See what you get, Dave?
Dave's stressing out already. He's like, oh God, I don't want to listen to a Tom Waits song this week.
I didn't say it.
It's a running gag now. We have to do it. We have to.
I didn't say it. Dave said it.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke. He who shall not be named.
Right. Exactly. So
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Let's not even.
This week we're
I need a cough button.
So Tony, since you don't like instrumentals, do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. I picked Jessica from the Allman Brothers.
Yes, excellent song.
One of my favorites. See, now, they'll usually do on the radio is they'll play an Allman Brothers song and they'll slip that one in right after it. so that you don't realize that you're listening to 7 minutes of instrumental. Now,
Those tricky bastards.
Now, apparently, it was written as a tribute to Reinhardt, James Joe Reinhardt, and it was supposed to be played with only 2 fingers on the left-hand side of the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, when he was writing it, his daughter Jessica was dancing around, and he was trying to follow her rhythm of dancing, and that's how he named it Jessica.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. But that's all I know about that. It was Dickie Betts wrote that. Yeah.
I always thought it was just an intro for like Lord, I Was Born a Ramblin' Man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they do, is they play that song, and then they slip in another Allman Brothers song or whatever, or they'll play it in a 3-pack or whatever. You know?
Right, yeah. And, but yeah, I think it's a really good
song. I like your song, Tony. I like your pick.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I do. Tony, what's the sticker you're wearing?
Oh, it says, good night, alt-right.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. We're like,
Ooh, Proud Boys.
We're definitely anti-Nazi here on Tuesday Rehearsals.
My niece sent me a bunch of stickers. I don't know what, I'm supposed to vandalize things with them. I don't know.
Yeah, or vandalizing.
Actually, my shirt actually says "Sweet Guy," which is much more accurate.
Check what I have. I got.
Oh, nice! It's got the lips.
Yeah, I've got the.
Nice.
If you can see that there.
We forgot to discuss Dave's shirt from last week.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, we did forget to discuss that. You want me to go get it so I can show them?
What was that? Space? Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was Space Invaders.
Well,
I could be wrong.
There's the Moonanites.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hunger Force.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm proud of that shirt. I like that shirt.
That's a good shirt. It's even better than I thought. I thought it was Atari Space Invaders is what I originally thought.
No, not that cool, but pretty damn cool anyway.
No,
Yeah, very cool.
that's pretty cool. It's like the Earth. We don't see us as a moon. We see the Earth as a larger, less important moon.
You know it. You know the Moonanites.
I do. And I don't know if you remember, as a promotional thing, they would leave those little boxes around.
Oh, in Boston, yeah. They got in a lot of trouble for that.
Yeah, they did. It was shortly after 9/11, so everybody was paranoid about everything.
Right.
Like if you left your wallet somewhere, someone would call and say like, there's a suspicious package here, you know. So,
I still do that.
I do. I pick it up first and see if it has any cash in it.
Generally, I've actually found a couple of like wallets and credit cards, things like that recently. What I always do is I put them in a mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Good thing you still have one in your neighborhood, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm putting a fist up for the post office, man.
My dad carried mail. My dad carried mail for 30 years.
Yep.
My granddad carried mail. Tony, you and I should be friends.
I actually carried mail. I worked at the post office on and off for a couple of years, just as a temporary scab kind of worker.
Carry mail? Okay.
Yeah, well, what am I going to do with the mail?
I remember when I met you, you were working for the post office at the time.
You're gonna smoke it.
Exactly. The post office put me through school, basically.
Yeah. So, my cousin was the postmaster general out in California, and she's, you know, she's actually like, she's no joke. Hey, Marian, what's going on? I love you, bitch. So,
shout out to Mary.
Shout out to Marian, my cousin out in California. But yeah, she's absolutely like, she's been posting a hell of a lot. She's posting all sorts of different articles about like how important the post office is, and how it gives jobs to all these veterans, and it's like your taxes don't pay for shit. It's like all that bullshit about like, oh, it's like they're draining the government. It's bullshit, fucking bullshit. So anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody take his soapbox away.
They do, yeah. So
check out John with the fucking platform over here.
Well, hey,
wow.
You know, ever since I've gone straight edge,
I didn't get that adamant about the anti-alt-right kind of thing going on. And you're like, Postman! Postman!
Yeah, you know what the thing is?
I love the movie, actually, The Postman. I know I've got, people fucking hated it. I thought it was a good movie.
The Postman always rings twice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom Petty.
Right? Yeah. So. Tom Petty. Right.
Yeah, he's in The Postman.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's he's like, the Postman goes up to him. He's like, you were kind of famous once, weren't you? He's like, yeah, once. Something like that. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Vaguely
Check
remember.
it out.
But
Rewatch it. That's what we could do to protest. Everybody watch The Postman.
Yes. I was gonna. It's so funny you bring that up because I was thinking about that movie and just the message behind it. The Postman. It's really, really cool with Kevin Costner, and it really the critics didn't really do it justice, and it didn't do well in the box office.
Part of the problem is the guy who wrote the book was like, this is nothing like the story I wrote.
Right.
But at the same time, he knew that Hollywood had it now, so he was going to sell books regardless of whether it was like the movie or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I've never read the book, but from what I understand, the book's pretty damn good too.
Huh.
I would imagine it would be. Typically, I like movies like that.
Good story.
Very good story. So.
Yeah.
Good sci-fi.
All right.
So, Dave, I liked your song a little bit better than Jack's song.
I like every song better than I like Jack's song. Sorry, Jack.
Okay. I went live about a half an hour ago, and I predicted this exact thing that you guys.
I also predict Adam's going to pick Classical Gas.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my pick, Classical Gas, by Mason Williams. And I went to Wikipedia, and I found out that he was actually the head writer for the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour.
Really?
Oh. Huh.
Go figure.
Huh.
Go figure.
Wow.
And yeah, it's and I first heard it on a Simpsons episode a million years ago. When they
that's better. That's better than Wikipedia.
Yeah.
That is better than Wikipedia.
It's often more accurate.
They're predicting the future too. So.
Yeah, serious.
They had gone on strike in a power plant, and Lisa was protesting for them. And Lenny comes up to her and says, "Play Classical Gas."
Oh yeah.
Starts to riff, and and that was my first taste of Classical Gas.
The problem is, I actually want to listen to it right now. I have not added it to my playlist because then I'd have to give Dave an award.
Right. Well, if you add it off the episode afterwards, you don't have to tell them at all. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
whatever you
probably
add to the playlist online.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it won't be your song, dude.
Well, the significance of my song, personally, is the opening riff to that is actually Morse code, and that's YYZ.
Oh,
so
why don't we tell them what your song is? Yeah.
Yes. So the is actually it's in Pearson Airport code in Toronto. Is called YYZ. Like you know how Boston's like LAX or something like that, or Boston's BOS, LAX, so on and so forth. So
BGR.
Yeah, exactly. So as Bangor, yeah. So
Bangor.
YYZ is the Toronto Exchange, and that actual riff is actually the Morse code for YYZ. So. Yeah.
I had no idea they were that attached to the airport.
Well, yeah. Well, apparently when you fly a lot.
It's kind of like shouting out a zip code, right?
Yeah.
You know, or an area code. Oh, 617, bro. 617.
There you go. So, yeah. Rush started all that shit. So the thing about Rush is they're not exactly a terribly accessible band for a lot of people. You know.
That's the problem. Yeah, I don't find them
not
accessible.
Very good.
Yeah. So, well, actually, the problem.
No, I disagree. I disagree. I think they're very good. They're just not my cup of tea. I've gotten into them a little bit more as I've gotten older, but you know, yeah, you're right. They're not that accessible.
No.
Back when Rabid Gorilla started, I used to play bootleg music that I would download off the internet and take special songs from them I liked quite a bit. And I only had one rule, and that was no rush.
Right. Well, I mean, I've seen him several times, and probably the coolest thing about seeing them live is like the audience reaction, because I'd say the first like 30 to 40 rows are all drummers who obsess over Neil Peart and like know his every riff. So it's like just an entire army of people just playing air drums to whatever song is playing live in front of them. And
Somebody get Danny on. We need Danny to comment on this.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Danny.
Drummers.
You know, so I actually, you know, but yeah, so that was the whole thing. And for the most part, like Neil Peart would write most of their music and lyrics. The funny thing about Neil is like he was not only a high school dropout, but then he went on to go back to college, and he got something like 4 or 5 different degrees in like all sorts of different stuff.
Oh yeah, he's like a nuclear scientist or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he would ride the Tour de Force every year. He would swim triathlons and stuff. He was like just a superhuman being. And then, you know, and now he's gone. You know.
Well, you know, the guys from Boston, a couple of those guys were at MIT when they met. You know, I mean, those guys were really intelligent guys too.
You know.
But intelligence doesn't always equal artistic talent necessarily. You know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't.
I mean, right off the top of my head, I'm thinking of Joe Cocker. Now the man can fucking sing, all right, but it doesn't even look like he can control his body movements. I don't know what's going on with him.
What would you do if you sang out of tune, though?
I'd help him sing. I would, yeah.
You'd get by
you would stand up and walk out on him.
Rest in peace, Joe.
The funniest thing about Joe Cocker is John Belushi doing an imitation.
yeah. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, for you kids, you should look that up. That's got to be online somewhere.
It is, yeah. And John Belushi's wearing a shirt that says like "Stop" or something like that. It's just it was just really classic Belushi, you know. What a character Belushi was. It's unfortunate that like you know, well I say it's unfortunate, but you know, who knows? Maybe he might have gone the way of like Chevy Chase or somebody and become completely irrelevant right now. And
I heard Joe Cocker really loved that impersonation too.
Yeah. You really probably.
Yeah.
You can do
Chevy
like
Chase
that.
went on to do Community, so I'll give him that.
Yes. So the thing is, you could do shit like that back in the day. Like back in the 70s, you could do stuff like that, make fun of people and do impersonations, and no one gave a shit. You know, it's like everyone knew it was all kind of part of the game. You know?
For the most part, you still can. You just can't do it on national television. You have to do it on YouTube.
Well, yeah.
And you're right. Egos are very sensitive these days. If somebody has an ego, they don't like to be made fun of and all of that sort of thing. But you know, I think you need to embrace your critics. You know, I mean, Adam gives me shit all the time, and I think it's awesome.
Well, I appreciate it too, because it's like for me, it's a good way for us to learn how to do things better. You know what I mean? Or like, you know, cut down a step and whatnot. Like, you know, Adam telling me that I sound like donkey balls is like, yeah. He's right, you know. It's like that needs to definitely improve. It's probably going to happen again this week because you know I'm back in the same like Wi-Fi area. So.
This is just for show. This microphone is not hooked up to a damn thing. Well, that's not true. It's hooked up. It's just hooked up to the wrong thing.
Right.
So next week I might have a little trouble with our podcast because I'm going to try and do it from Linux.
Okay.
But it means installing some software and shit besides the standard Linux distribution. And I don't want to get all into it, but it may work, it may not.
Well, Well, maybe we could like do a backup date. You know what I mean? Maybe we have kind of 2 days.
No, honestly, if we could just log in a 10 minutes early like we've been doing and give it a test out. That's all.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah. So anyone who's being appointed to the jury this week, make sure you guys check out our songs and tell us which ones you like the best. We're gonna do a little vote. That's right, members. You all get 4 people to pick to pad your side of the jury.
My vote this week goes to Dave personally.
Yeah, I think Dave has the best, you know. So, but there are a lot of musicians in this group. You never know. Like you know, it's like all I need is to pad it with like 4 really good drummers and stuff like that. And it's like I'm probably gonna get like I'd say.
I don't know. The drummers might go with the Allman Brothers.
The funny thing is, I almost chose Telstar by the Ventures. It's a surf tune, dude. It's a do 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 do.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Jack before the podcast, and I said, you know, I thought about maybe taking a Zeppelin tune, and like, you know, I talk about Zeppelin all the friggin' time.
Right.
So I went with something a little bit different. So,
I like your pick. Anyway, we had good picks except for John.
I hemmed and hawed over it. I almost changed my pick to Joe Satriani's Friends, which is I posted. Or
that would have been worse.
Yeah. Or no, actually that song's actually pretty good. You should check it out. So I don't know if you've heard it, but it's not
instrumental, right?
Yeah, it's instrumental. Yeah. Well, all of Joe Satriani's stuff is instrumental. I don't think he's
that's why I don't know it.
So, but yeah, it's in the post, so go check it out. It was Joe Satriani, and song number 6 from Madhouse was another one. Was now I don't know how if you guys remember these guys. If you play the song, you might remember hearing it back in the 80s. But basically, right after Purple Rain, Prince formed this group, quote unquote, for a jazz band called Madhouse. Now this group was Prince.
You mean Band of Gypsies?
What's that?
Oh, sorry, that was Hendrix.
That was Hendrix, yeah. So, but the thing is, Prince formed this group called Madhouse, and it's all Prince doing all the instruments except for the saxophone. So it's basically 2 people, and Prince doing everything on multi-track. So that was. You know
what I miss is super groups.
Yeah.
I miss super groups.
Like
You got it, yeah.
I can't think of another. I mean, there was GTR. You know.
Come on, like Derek and the Dominoes.
Right. Part of the problem is I don't like Eric Clapton. Uh-oh. I can't.
He had a super group for a while there in the 70s. Very good.
Yeah, I can't come up with a better example than I already came up with. I don't know. Maybe I don't miss him that much.
You know.
So maybe so. So what are we doing for categories next week, Tony? You going to pick songs for all 3 of us?
As tempting as that is, I don't know if that's the way to go.
Right.
It's much more fun to rip into you guys for your picks than it is to rip into myself over your picks.
Right.
I don't know. Well, we could chat about it in the future. I don't know. Do we need to announce a category?
No. I don't think we need to announce any categories. But
how about guilty pleasures? Some song you're kind of ashamed that you to admit you like.
I'm good with that.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Part of the problem is like being ashamed. I have a lot of songs that people are like, you should be ashamed you still listen to that shit. And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I like it. I really like it. You know? So. It'd be too hard for me to find one of those. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think we're ready to wrap this up. I think we had a good show and everything. So,
I think so, too.
Sounded pretty good.
Let's find our jurors and continue.
Indeed. Thank you, folks, for all tuning in. Thanks for putting up with my lousy sound. And,
it's better this week, I think.
Oh, that's
don't,
good. I hope so.
and don't stop trashing your mailboxes.
No. Do not trash the mailboxes. Go watch The Postman with Kevin Costner. That's everybody.
Go watch The Postman.
Side of the night. Go check out The Postman with Kevin Costner, and
And watch for Tom Petty.
Yes, I will. Yeah, I think I remember that now, but it was a smaller role. So.
Yeah, it was right near the end somewhere. Yeah, wasn't a big role.
Anyway, so thank you all, and as always, everybody, may the sound check forever be in your favor. This is John with RockBranded signing out.